Brothers, look what made it into my YouTube recommended. It's this short from Blood Runks where Nux Taku is reacting to my infamous thumbnail, the very one that trained Grok to associate Nux Taku with anti-Semitism. Absolutely hilarious. So let's watch this and then I'll give my take on not only this situation, but the people in the audience and how they've reacted.
Did you see Tactical Templar's new video? I mean, I didn't watch the video, but I saw the thumbnail. It might be the worst thumbnail ever made. Yeah. This is the worst thumbnail ever. There's a new Jewish Nazi VTuber in town, Nux. And the thumbnail, there is another Jewish Nazi VTuber, Nux Taku's competition. This might be the worst thumbnail I've ever seen.
Might be. Challenge accepted.
This might be the worst thumbnail ever. I'm not even gonna lie.
But, I mean, he said that before about my thumbnails. When I had Hassan dressed as a Hasidic Jew. I can do worse. But here's the thing. There are people in the audience that get it. They understand it's a joke. They're aware of my content and stuff like that. I'm ribbing Nux Taku. And the joke is not even about Nux. The joke is about Hassan. Because Hassan is such a mongoloid, narcissistic retard that he literally called Nux Taku a Nazi VTuber despite him being Jewish. Now, then comes along an actual Nazi VTuber who is Jewish, by the way. I'm told behind the scenes, they're like, no, he's not Jewish. I'm told that he's a Jewish person, a Jewish male, who is cosplaying as a Nazi VTuber, which is very funny. I think that's pretty humorous. The joke here is fairly obvious. Now, I made it abundantly, painfully clear that I don't think that Nux Taku is a Nazi. I went out of my way when promoting this on social media to make it clear because I knew that there were going to be retards. I knew that there were going to be people that don't understand the joke, are not in on it, are not going to do any research, are just going to react emotionally. So I made it abundantly clear. I mean, there's no way. For the retards that will inevitably send me messages thinking I am now on their side, no, I don't actually believe Nux is a Nazi. How much more clear could you be? But people don't even do this level of due diligence before commenting. And that's why I'm making this video. First of all, to have a laugh at this, because I think this is hysterical. And to highlight some of the people that are good-natured and understand. Like this person, General Niemek. This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them. Yeah, somebody who understands the joke. I'd ask for context, but I don't even care anymore. Okay, Nux doesn't have that costume for his VTuber. This is technically slander, but also hilarious.
What? Did you see Tactical Templar's new video? I mean, I didn't watch the video, but I saw the thumbnail. It might be the worst thumbnail ever made. Yeah. This is the worst thumbnail ever. There's a new Jewish Nazi VTuber in town, Nux. And the thumbnail, there is another Jewish Nazi VTuber, Nux Taku's competition. This might be the worst thumbnail I've ever seen. This might be the worst thumbnail ever. I'm not even gonna lie. This might be the worst thumbnail of all time.
Round of applause for myself. That is high praise indeed. So, yeah, let's take a look. Okay, Nux doesn't have that costume. It could be slander. He got the red and blue right at most. Oh my God, I love it. The drip, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a pretty spectacular outfit, I do have to say. And we had to do a little fine tuning with the colors because Grok and ChatGPT Neither of them will do World War II German uniforms, or if they do, it's very difficult to get it right. But is the other VTuber blue? That's the real question. Immaculate Drip, that's diabolical. It will lure Nux haters and make them Christian. Bravo. Accurate thumbnail. That Templar guy tried to cancel Lost Balls while giving false information and itching. I don't know who this retard is. But no, I didn't try to cancel Lost Balls. I elucidated the fact that Lost Balls is a piece of shit. And somebody who's an absolute coward and didn't have Silvervale's back at one of the most crucial times to have somebody's back. If you're going to be friends with somebody, how about when the disgusting, bottom-feeding, subhuman freaks in the trans community are coming after you to destroy you and dox you and ruin your life because you want to play Harry Potter? That's not the time to be affirming the trans community by doubling down on Fruit's post about donating to mermaids, a disgusting group that wants to transition kids. So fuck you, and fuck your defense of Lost Paws, giving out false information, my ass. Everything that I said was correct. And yeah, I'm going to have a laugh at your expense because you're fucking pathetic. Defending Lost Paws when I was calling Lost Paws out for not being a man and not having the balls to stand up for somebody. And then, by the way, you want to talk about false information. Lost Paws reacted to that tweet that I put out and said, no, I actually responded. And then he posted a video. I did a reaction to it where he was only talking about Pikami. He didn't mention Silvervale once. The guy's a piece of shit. He's a liar. He's a fraud. When somebody reveals their true character and their true colors and betrays somebody that's in the industry that you're in and reveals that they're a sackless piece of shit, I'm going to judge him on it. I don't care if he's friends with Nux or friends with anyone else. It means nothing to me. I think that how you treat your friends in difficult moments reveals who and what you really are. It's why, even though Nux and I are not friends, I was very pissed at Mudahar for throwing him under the bus. Because that level of betrayal is disgusting to me. I find it vile. Wait, he tried to act noble? I immediately couldn't care less about whatever their opinion is. I mean, yeah, he claimed Noble didn't care about Silverville being harassed during the Hogwarts Legacy situation and called them a hypocrite with no facts and lying. You're a fucking retard. You're an absolute low IQ retard. You're too stupid to be allowed on the internet. You should probably be deported, most likely. If you see his video, you can see all the evidence Noble didn't defend Silvervale at all during the Hogwarts Legacy. Noble did defend Pikami, but not Silvervale. Get your facts right before spreading BS. Based. Waku Waku Guy 9243. Awesome. That is a fantastic response and 100% true. This guy avenged Tony. You're a fucking loser. I'm going to make fun of you. You're spreading misinformation about me. And the thing is, I don't care if people spread misinformation about me. But this situation, you're defending Lost Paws? Are you fucking kidding me? That guy is a sackless piece of garbage. That guy betrayed his friend in a moment where you would expect a real man who is a real friend to come out both guns blasting when somebody goes on screen and makes a video in tears, but you're too much of a sackless coward, you're a cunt, and you decide to go out there and make the situation worse by affirming mermaids, which Fruit was, in the midst of putting out there. It takes nothing to be kind. I didn't want to relitigate this, but the fact that you came out and made a statement like that, yeah, I'm absolutely going to crucify you for this because this is an indefensible take. And you saying that I'm spreading BS, get the fuck out of here. But people see through your bullshit. It's ridiculous. But yeah, this thumbnail was absolutely hilarious. I just wanted to go over it because, I I imagine that Nux probably gets this a lot, and he's a very good-natured, very good-humored person. I actually did reach out to Nux behind the scenes, be like, Nux, I appreciate you being good-natured about this, and he was super cool about it. He's a sweetheart. So don't think that I have any animosity towards Nux Taku or that this was a serious thing. No, it was literally a joke. It was a joke, and it wasn't even a joke at Nux's expense. It was a joke at Hassan's expense, because Hassan is a terrorist-supporting retard who has legitimately said that Nux Taku is a right-wing Nazi VTuber. That's the joke. And then along comes a VTuber who, I mean, it's outed that they are Jewish, and they're cosplaying a literal Nazi. Sometimes real life is more incredible, more hilarious than fiction. Who could have predicted that? You know? But some people apparently took it as I was making fun of Nux. I wasn't making fun of Nux. And if anything, I was making fun of Hassan and making fun of the situation because of how ridiculous it is. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to do that video to clarify that because, you know, some people, they do take things very seriously, and I just don't. Other than, you know, betraying your friends and stabbing them in the back. And if you're going to come out and defend Lost Paws and you're going to give me shit for calling them out, you try to cancel him. I didn't try to cancel him. I didn't actively call for a boycott. I didn't do what the trans community tried to do to Silverville, and actually did do to Silverville. No, I just simply called him as I see him. I called him out for what he is. That's it. I didn't call for anyone else to do anything. It wasn't a cancellation. It was a revelation that this guy, in a moment where he could actually find a pair of balls, he decided to tuck his tail between his legs and whimper away, while evil was happening right in front of him. And then he went a step beyond to affirm the diseased, disgusting animals that were going after them by promoting, mermaids. How cool is it? Well, I'm going to donate $1 for Fruit and Noble and all those people, all the people who backstab people and betray them. I have no quarter for them. I have no tolerance for them. I have no patience for them. So that's what it is. Doesn't even look like Nux. It kind of looks like Nux. You know, AI's doing its best. Give it a break. What the fuck, Templar? Yeah. Yeah, some of the people here are based. So who's the other Jewish VTuber? I can't ignore the other part because it's slander. It's slander for one. It possibly is for the other two. Well, no, it's not slander. The other VTuber was a literal Nazi. They were cosplaying a Nazi. And the story behind that is really fantastical. I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I recommend you go and watch the video. Because the story really is stranger than fiction. If the shoe fits. So yeah, it's, this was pretty funny. I think this whole situation is, I think it's great. And the thing about thumbnails, if you want to know, giving you a little bit of advice about thumbnails. Thumbnails can be fun. They can be tongue-in-cheek. But the thing is, my thumbnail here isn't a lie. It isn't a lie. There is another Jewish Nazi VTuber. And no, they're not Nux's competition, but that's why you put it in the form of a question. Oh, man. I don't think I can really emphasize how much I dislike Hassan Piker. I don't. I don't think I can articulate it properly. The guy is such a loathsome piece of garbage. Oh, and by the way, congratulations to Nux Taku, who got a shout out from Roseanne Barr. Yeah, Roseanne Barr calling out Nux. Now, here's the thing about Roseanne. I like Roseanne. I like her a lot. I like her a whole hell of a lot. And she has a good sense of humor, too. She has a good sense of humor too. How can you be mad at this? It's funny. And when people try to cancel her and stuff, she was also hilarious when she talked about who was it? Who was the person that she called the monkey? Roseanne Monkey. Oh, Valerie Jarrett. Yeah, Valerie Jarrett. She said she looked like a monkey. I love Roseanne. I love her so much. Oh, oh, oh. You want to see some of the headlines at the time? Oh, get the fuck out of here. How it feels to be called a monkey. Oh, God. Yeah. Her tweet wasn't racist. You know, get over yourself, you fucking freaks. And by the way, what I will say is that it was the stupidest decision in the world, to try to create a new Roseanne show without Roseanne. When I saw that they were going to go ahead and bring back everyone and they were going to like kill off Roseanne or she wasn't going to be there, when I saw that, I go, that is the dumbest thing that I've ever seen. How the fuck are you going to do this? And they didn't. The show was a complete piece of shit. It was unwatchable. Absolutely unwatchable. And that's why nobody talks about the Connors. The Connors. Nobody talks about that. People still to this day talk about Roseanne. They talk about that show. She was that show. And to take her out of that was fucking madness. Madness. Over a tweet. Get out of here. Ridiculous. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for supporting the channel. I want to thank Nux for being a good sport. And I want to thank the people in his audience for showing me love and support. It's been amazing. That'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. See you next time.